let's get some other people. Let's get some of these guys that are drinking. The more you drink, the better the magic gets. Believe me. What is your name?
Oh my gosh! I'm the best of it.
I have a list. This is pretty unique of the most famous people in the world. Tom Cruise, Madonna. This was in Forbes magazine. It's called the Forbes 50. Brad Pitt, Angelina, Oprah, Arnold. You get it. Tiger Woods. Celebrities. People that everybody recognizes. What's your name?
Marianne.
Marianne. I'm going to mix these up a little. Reach in. Grab out a celebrity. You pick whoever you want. Go for it. Don't show me. I'm going to turn my back. Yeah, be sneaky. You got two there. Oh, we got it. Show everybody else. Don't say it out loud. It makes it more exciting.
Okay.
Did everybody see it?
Show them.
I was clinging to the coattails over there.
Can I turn back around?
Yeah,
Okay. Marianne, be sneaky. Put it back in here somewhere. She's being real sneaky. She hasn't blinked since the trick started. She's lying there like a hawk. All right. Question for you.
Okay.
Do you know who this person is?
Yes.
Okay. Imagine this person's face. Can you do that for me? Kind of like their eyes, their ears, their nose. I've got scissors. And somewhere in here, yes, I got my business card. Not that special. Imagine their face. Watch. This is pretty unique. I'm going to read your mind, but not like you're used to. You ready? Start with the hair. This is what I did for 4 years at the University of Michigan instead of studying. My parents were so happy, let me tell you. Surgical precision. The eyes. You know what's weird? The way you keep looking up, that tells me you're looking in your memories. You're thinking of this person when they were younger, I have a feeling. And you like this person, don't you? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Finishing touches. This person's kind of smiling, smirking. Talk to me, Marianne. Is this a male or a female you're thinking of?
Male.
It's a male?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so. You know what? What is this person's name that you have in mind? Who is it?
The person on the card?
Yeah. Go
Elvis
for it.
Presley.
Elvis Presley?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mr. Elvis! Presley!
Oh my God!
And you know what? Little souvenir for you. Take him home.
Oh my God!
Stick him on the fridge. And that's me on the back. Give Marianne a big round of applause.
That was good.
Thank you. Who have we not met yet? Let's see. What is your name, sir?
Hans.
Hans? How do you spell that?
H-A-N-S.
H-A-N-S. Hans? I have a list of the most famous people in the world. This is the Forbes 50. This is a legitimate list they put out every year. Not the richest people, not like Bill Gates. The most recognizable faces around the globe. They survey people like Bill Clinton, Tom Cruise, George W. Bush, not too popular these days, Brad Pitt, Donald Trump, Julia Roberts, Oprah, Arnold, you get it, Tiger Woods, politicians, celebrities, athletes, the works. Hans, I'm going to mix these up. Reach in, come on over, and grab out a celebrity. Be picky. Don't show me. Show everybody else. When you guys out there see it, say the word yes out loud.
Yes.
Yes. Hans, can I turn back around?
No, wait.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. The late guy at the end of the table. It's okay. Did they say Gary? Was that? Hans, put it back in here somewhere. Be sneaky. I don't want to see it. Is it in there? Go for it. I'm going to put these away. Perfect. This is a detail-oriented guy. Is this like the CPA at the firm? No, I'm kidding. All right, you ready? Let's do this. Think of this person's... Think of this person. Do you know who this person is? It's a certified public accountant. Hey. Do you know who this person is that you're thinking of?
Yeah, I know.
You do know. Now don't... Now, oh, that was sneaky. See, he said this guy, this girl. I don't know what that means. You know what, hon? I'm going to take out a business card. No writing on this one, just a card. I want you to imagine this person's face. Close your eyes for a second. Picture their face. Good. Open your eyes. That's good. The eyes, the ears, the nose, the hair. This is very unique. Watch. I'm going to start with the hair, because that's what you seem to be thinking of right off the bat. Let's get there. Hans, you like this person, don't you? I get that.
I've grown to like this person.
Grown to like
when
this
I was
person.
younger, I just couldn't.
I wonder what that means. Now, he's saying younger, so I don't know if this person, but you know what? Something I noticed right away, you kept looking up and to the left when I told you to picture this person. This is where your memories are. You're thinking of this person when they were younger. I don't know if they're old. I don't know what that means. I'm going to keep going. Surgical precision here. This is what I did at the University of Michigan instead of studying for 4 years. My parents were thrilled. Okay, there. Talk to me. Truth. Is this a male or a female you're thinking of? It is a male, so you weren't lying. Okay. Let's see how I did. Hans, this might have been a little sloppy near the end. This person that you have in mind, what is this person's name? Who is it? Yes.
Elvis.
Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mr. Elvis Presley! You can let it out. You don't see this every day. You go nuts. What is your name?
Come on.
What is it? Sonny? Sonny, I have a list of the most famous people in the world. This is according to Forbes magazine. Come on in here so you can see these people like Madonna, Angelina Jolie, Tom Cruise, John Travolta, Elvis, people that aren't even alive. Madonna, Donald Trump. Can you see? Come on over. George W. is in here. He's not that popular. Julia Roberts, Tiger Woods. You get it. Athletes, politicians, the works. I'm going to mix these up. Sonny, reach in, grab one out. Don't show me, though. Show everybody else. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Show it to everybody. I'll turn my back. When you guys have seen it out there, say the word yes.
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 Is that pretty much everybody?
Yes.
Fantastic. Sonny, can I turn back around?
Yep.
Good. Toss it back in here. Be sneaky. I don't want to know where it is. Good. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to put them away. Question for you. Just a yes or no. Do you know who this person is?
Yes.
Okay. Last night I did an event, corporate event. Somebody didn't know who Madonna was, but I think they were drunk. Anyway, long story. I have with me, somewhere in here, scissors. And my business card. What I'm about to do is very unique. In fact, I'm the only person that does it just like this. Think of this person's face, their eyes, their ears, their nose. You like this person, don't you? I could tell right away. I saw that smile. I'm going to start with the hair. I'm going to go with the eyes. This is what I did for 4 years at the University of Michigan instead of studying. My parents were thrilled. All right, let me keep going. Let's keep going right there. In your mind, you see this person happy. They're not mad. They seem to be smiling, maybe even laughing. I don't know what that means. All right, let's keep going. Just a touch. Sonny, the person you're thinking of, is it a male or a female?
Female.
It's a female. That's okay. I had a feeling about that. You know what? What is this person's name? I'm done cutting. You can tell me. Who are you thinking of?
Who am I thinking?
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Miss Oprah
No way.
Winfrey!
Man, bigger than that now, I'm just saying. No way, yo. No way.
And you know what?
I mean, just the fact that he can cut that.
No way, yo.
A little souvenir for you.
Wow.
Pretty good.
You can stick it on your fridge. I'm on the back. Keep it and give her a big round of applause. Oh, no problem. This is a list of the most famous people in the world. You got Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Brad Pitt, Julia, Oprah. Anyway, I don't even see what it was. Cher, Tom Cruise, Angelina Jolie. I'm gonna mix them up a little. Go to town. Grab somebody. Be picky. Don't show me. Show everybody else, though. And when you guys see it, just say yes for me. I'll turn back around.
Yes.
How are you doing, Chris? Okay?
Yep.
Put it back in. Be sneaky. Okay. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to put this away. You've got the celebrity in mind. You're kind of smiling. You looked at the person. You're thinking of this person. Do you like this person?
Sure.
You do. Okay. It's kind of like a half-hearted shirt now. Here we go. Scissors and my business card. Not very exciting yet. Imagine their face, their eyes, their ears, their nose. I'm going to start up top. You know what's weird? The more I looked at you, the more you were visualizing this person, you kept looking up to the left. That's where our memories are in our brain. You're either thinking of this person when they were younger, or like a few years ago, or something like that. You're definitely thinking of this person as a younger person. I don't know what that means. Maybe they're old. Let's keep going here. Okay. What is it, the chin or the sideburns? What is this guy? I don't know. Maybe a hairy woman? I don't know. Let's see what we're doing right there. And the person is kind of smiling, but it's a smirk. Is this a male or a female you have in mind? It is a male. We had a female last time, so okay. You know what? Talk to me. What is this person's name that you're thinking of? I'm done cutting. You can tell me.
Elvis Presley.
Elvis, the king. You know what? Let's say hello to Mr. Elvis Presley! This is how to prepare the cutouts for 21st Century Phantom. I'm going to go through all the materials you need, and then I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this at home
let's go ahead. What we're making here are cutouts. I'm going to hold this against a dark surface so you can see this is my business card, and this is Mr. Elvis Presley. It looks just like the king. On the other side, this is a business card. Now, like I said, you don't need to do this with a business card. You could just do it with a blank sheet of paper, a blank piece of index card. Good friend of mine in England, Michael J. Fitch, that's how he does it. By all means, you don't have to ruin a business card. For me, I just like doing it that way. Now, let's go through the materials. You're going to need an X-Acto knife. Please be careful. I do not take responsibility. If you cut yourself, please, please be careful. Scotch tape, or any type of tape that's removable, that's not going to, stick too much. Rubber cement, business cards, or blank index cards, whatever you want to use. You're going to need a pair of scissors for the preparation. We're going to have these magnets. This is for the actual trick. Notice I have a label on the back of it. You're not going to see exactly what it says, but it's got my name, all my contact info. I print these using my printer. These are called Avery 8160 labels. They peel right off. See how I'm peeling this right off? It peels right off, and you can stick it on the back of the magnet. This is for the performance, so people have them. Next, we have a sheet of Elvis's. I printed this out on my computer. One of these will be included with the DVD, or you'll be able to print them out. These will be available along with other celebrities online at www.watchmagic.com/intotheabyss. And the password is marathon. Great, now let's get started. To begin, we're going to cut out one of these. If you only have one sheet, make sure to photocopy it and use another. We're going to cut one out. You don't want to cut it perfect, just close. So it's about there. Put the rest of these away. I tend to make 2 business cards at once. Put the magnets away, we don't need those yet. I take 2 business cards together, and I'm just going to put a small piece of tape on each corner. So I cut one piece of tape, and watch how I'm going to place this at a corner. I just want to make sure that these are held together perfectly. I know it's hard to see because tape is invisible. I've placed it right here at this corner. So now these 2 are attached. I'm going to place another piece of tape at the other corner going horizontally. So now I've covered both bases. Both corners are taped together. This one is going horizontally. So I have a piece of tape going here and a piece of tape going here. So these 2 cards are now stuck together, and later on I can remove this. Put this down on your cutting surface. I'm using a cutting board. And now we're going to put Elvis right on top. Now the reason we're going to use rubber cement is removable. We're going to cut out all the parts that are black on Elvis, all these little black parts, and then we're going to take the picture off and we're going to have a cutout ready to go. I use just a very slight bit of rubber cement. You don't want to coat this on, just enough to hold it for a few minutes while you do the cutting. Put a little bit on Elvis, put a little bit on the business cards, and we are off. Just position it on there. This does not need to be 100% perfect. Here we go, we're going to start cutting, and you know what, we'll zoom in a little bit on the cutting. Let's see if we can zoom in just a little, and I'm going to get started. Let's get going. Boom, and we have Elvis Presley. Now at this point, it's a little hard to see because it's white on white, but I have to peel off the paper. Slowly, take it easy here. This is why I use rubber cement. Peel off the paper. And you may have a little bit of residue, so just use your fingernail and you'll just get it off. I just rub the rubber cement. You get these little rubber cement boogies, just a little bit, just rub back and forth. They'll come right off. And all that's left to do is now the tape that's at the corners, because you have 2 of them here, just peel that with your fingers. I'm just using my fingernail to peel this off. The Scotch tape is coming off one corner. I open it up. Scotch tape's come off the second corner, and voila. I've just made 2 cutouts. Tape sticking to my fingers. We now have 2 Elvis Presleys that are ready to go, ready for business. We got the king and the king. So you've seen exactly, that was real time, took about 4 to 5 minutes. I make 2 of these, I sit down usually for an hour. maybe once or twice a week, and I make these up. I mean, it's not the easiest thing, but it is well worth it in the end, considering how awesome these are when you give these away. And on the magnet, I've got my label. All I have to do is peel off the adhesive. I would peel this off and give it away as a souvenir. Once you're done doing it, you just stick this right on here like so. It's got your name and info on the other side, and that is what they stick on their refrigerator. What a great souvenir. There you go. That's how you set up for 21st Century Phantom. This is the explanation for 21st Century Phantom. This is a great routine, gets a lot of mileage out of it, and people really love this. They remember it really well, and they get a great little souvenir to take home. First, I'm going to go over all the materials you're going to need in order to make these, to make the little cutouts. Let me grab one just so you can see what this is. In this case, we have an Elvis Presley. You can do all different celebrities. I'll hold it up just a little. Either way, these are all the different cutouts that we're going to be using. I'm going to show you how to make these in the preparation video. Right now, let's briefly go over the materials you'll need. First off, you're going to need some rubber cement, some Scotch tape, a cutting board or a newspaper of some sort. This is very optional, but these are labels. Avery 8160 labels. They peel off. They say my name, my website, that I'm a magician, and my phone number. This is completely optional. We have an X-Acto knife or some very sharp blade. I prefer an X-Acto knife number 11. Scissors. These are small baby scissors. They're rounded on the top. I prefer to use business cards. So in this case, we have our business cards. You're going to need rubber bands. These are going to have the writing on them. This is for the actual selecting of a celebrity. And last but not least, we have business card magnets. What these are, as you can see, they're very thin. It's a magnet. They're very common for realtors, various businesses, takeaway restaurants. They peel off. This white piece peels. I'm just going to give you an idea. They peel off, and this part is sticky. And you use this. You can stick the copy of the cutout right onto here once you take off the sticky part, and people stick this on their fridge. And that's what they get to keep. And the label, of course, is what you can put on the back of the magnet so that people have your contact info in the event that they lose your business card. They take the magnet off, and on the back they can see your name and all your contact info. This is an idea of Michael J. Fitch out in England. He gave me that idea, and it's a great idea, putting it on the back or putting a little sticker on near the front if it's big enough. That way people have your contact info. Now, we're going to go into the actual prep, how we make the cutout and everything with the sheets and with the business cards and the cutting board and everything in the preparation video. So now I'm going to jump into explaining the actual routine. Move this stuff out of the way, and let's get into it. For explanation purposes, we're going to use a red piece of paper instead of a business card. Normally, you would be cutting a business card and then switching this business card for this cutout. However, they both look very similar, and on video I want you to see the difference when we're cutting the business card and when we're switching in the actual cutout. So I will be using a red piece of paper, construction paper, instead. Here we go. This is the routine. Now let's go through the business cards. In this case, I like to use the cards. For me, it just looks natural. What I've written down on these cards, let me give you some of the celebrities: Tom Cruise, Madonna, Michael Jordan, Brad Pitt, Oprah Winfrey, Angelina Jolie, Julia Roberts, George W. Bush, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jerry Seinfeld, Tiger Woods, Elvis Presley, Elvis Presley, Elvis Presley, Elvis Presley, Elvis Presley. You get the idea. It's a 4-stack. Half of the pile is all Elvis Presleys, if the celebrity that I'm doing is Elvis Presley, and the other ones are legitimate celebrities. I always like to have Tiger Woods, just for me, I always remember it, as my last celebrity in this pile before the Elvis Presley stack. So at the beginning of the routine, I take these out, and I usually like to call it the Forbes 50. I say, oh, this was the Forbes 50, the most famous people in the world. And I start running through them and saying the names. I go, oh, da-da-da-da-da, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I move back and forth in the pile. Notice I go further in, I come a little bit back. You want to make it look very haphazard, as if you're just running through the names. And as soon as you start getting sick of telling the names, other people will start getting sick of it. If they're nodding and you're nodding, everything is fine. You're not trying to prove to them that every single card in the pile is different. You should never get a challenge. Somebody should never say to you, oh, let me see them, I want to see each one. If you're doing it that way, something is wrong with your presentation. You should just be casually explaining what this list consists of, and as you keep going through them, you start getting kind of tired of it. You start saying Tiger Woods, Bill Clinton, Jerry Seinfeld. You get the idea. All different people. and they'll agree with that. I now do usually a little bit of a false shuffle. This is the false overhand shuffle we learned in a different video for perfection. It works the same with business cards. And I'm going to spread these out and have one selected. Now, just as a safety measure, you don't have to do this, but I recommend you do. On Tiger Woods, or whoever you use as your last card before the celebrity stack, put pencil dots or pen dots on all four corners. So when you spread these out, I can instantly see where Tiger Woods is. That way, when I spread these out, I know that I'm not going further down into my stack. Because if somebody picks one from further in, they're not getting a force one. 99% of the time you spread these out, just spread the top, say pick one out, they'll always pick one from the top. Once in a blue moon, somebody likes to pick one from the bottom. If this happens, no worries. It's almost more fun for me. If someone picks one from near the bottom, I have them take it out. I say, look at it. I go, how do you feel about this person? Most people go, I don't know. I go, not enough emotion, not enough emotion. Put it back in, pick a different one. So it's a magician's force. If they say, I love this person, I go, too much emotion, put it back in, get a different one. Either way, I'm going to force it. They're getting Elvis whether they like it or not is what it comes down to. They get the card, they put it back in, I put the rubber band around it, and I put it away in my pocket. Done deal. So that's all there is to it. Now, just a quick note. At most events, I have all different celebrities with me. I don't just do the same person over and over for everybody. I don't want people to think, oh, you only do that one person. So different pockets have different force piles. Each one will be its own with a rubber band to indicate which one is which. Let me show you what I mean. I have another one here. This one has a blue rubber band, a white rubber band, red. Each one indicates a different person. Red in this case is Elvis. Red is dead, rhymes with dead. Elvis is dead, so that's how I remember it in my head. One of them is green. Green is a lot of money. I think that one might be Michael Jordan. Whatever sticks out in your mind to make sure you remember who is who. Different ones go into different pockets. So the cutout with Elvis, or a few of them, go in the pocket in the same one with the red rubber band. So I keep them together. In this case, if I have Michael Jordan, he goes into a pocket, those force cards with his cutouts as well. So I keep track of which pocket has which, so I never accidentally take out the wrong one. Now, the cutout itself. Once you've made this, and I'll show you how in the preparation video, you're going to take and you're going to fold it into approximately sixths. So just fold it once and then a second time, so it goes about thirds, and then one more time in half. So it's about finger palm size. It fits right in your finger palm. That's going to go in the pocket with the cards. Okay. Now, in my upper jacket pocket, I tend to have my business cards. So that's usually where the business cards go. And in my right jacket pocket, I have the scissors. These are the scissors I like to use. Notice how they are rounded at the top. They are not sharp. I didn't used to use these scissors. I used to use the sharp ones. I'd put them in my pocket, and the trick looked a little different. I'd go in to find the scissors, and it would be ow, ow, ow. I learned the hard way. Learn from my mistakes. Get the rounded baby scissors. That way you're not going to poke your finger. One time it jammed under my nail. Not pleasant. So, you've had one picked. You forced Elvis. They put it back in. You put it away with the rubber band. It went in your pocket. At this point, I usually reach in, and I take out the scissors, and I drop them on the table, and I say, we're going to try to read your mind. But we don't think in terms of words. We think in terms of faces and images. Imagine this person's face. Two things are going to happen simultaneously. My right hand is going to go inside my upper left pocket to get a business card, and as if I'm looking in two different places, kind of a Juan Tamariz thing, I also go in with my left hand to my jacket, and I grab out the cutout. This is in finger palm. So both go in at the same time, and they come out. This happens for only a split second. This is finger palmed. This is the cutout. And up here, I have a business card. I show this, and I put it into my hand, just like so. Notice this is going into my hand in front of the business card, of the cutout. The cutout is behind the card. Now, we're not going to use this card anymore because you're not going to be able to see anything. So imagine instead of that card, this is that card. So this goes into my hand, and notice how the card is behind it. Okay? So I can let go, and people can see the card, and hidden behind it is the cutout. I'm going to fold it up and over, and I'm going to start cutting. This is when I just start chatting. Now there's two different ways I present this. One is kind of comically. I say, oh, we're going to start cutting a little bit here, a little bit there, maybe the hair. This is what I did for 4 years at the university instead of studying surgical precision. I just make some jokes, and I start explaining what's happening. And I fold up, and I'll keep cutting. You can cut any which way you want. You just want to make this look like you're actually cutting something. Meanwhile, keep in mind this whole time, the other piece is right next to it. It's hidden behind my fingers. so they can't see that right behind my fingers is the other piece. Sometimes in a loud setting, I won't say anything. I'll just start cutting, and I'll let people narrate for me. They'll say to each other, oh my God, I think he's cutting the face. Is that the eyes or the nose? They'll talk to each other, and they entertain themselves. The whole cutting sequence should take anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute. You don't want to sell it too much, but once again, you don't want it to be too quick. You want people to really believe that you're cutting this cutout. I'll fold it again, and I'll keep cutting a little bit. You want this to be approximately the same size and shape as the actual cutout. So your business card that you're pretending to cut should be the same shape. You don't want corners sticking out this way and this way. It should look the same. At this point, I take the scissors and I hold them between my first finger and thumb, and I say, the person you're thinking of, is it a he or a she? Notice the gesture. Left hand goes forward, right hand goes forward. Is it a male or a female? Now they're going to answer me, and they've gotten accustomed to this little body language sequence. Here's the switch. Keep in mind, this would have been the business card that I've been cutting. I'm using it red here. This is what I'm switching in. Here's how it works. These three fingers that are open, this is going to go over, and the red one is going to get concealed behind the scissors in my finger. And now in full view is the white one. So from behind you can see that now the red one is in my fingers, but nobody can see it in the white one. So all that I'm doing is transferring this from this side to this side. And instantly, without any move, I've switched the cards right in front of their eyes. This happens as I gesture. I go, is this a male or a female? And they go, a male. So I put this in my hand and I go, oh, a male. That gives me, it frees up my hand to gesture towards them. This is now the legitimate cutout. I focus all my attention on the cutout. I keep my right thumb on the scissors and on the piece that I've cut, and I'm going to go with both into my pocket. Notice what's going on here. This is the red one in this case. This is the one that I'm switching out. I'm getting rid of. This is behind the scissors. This goes into my pocket and away, and here is the cutout. At this point, I open it up one fold, and I say, what is the name of the person you're thinking of? Most people will not want to tell you. They go, oh, well, you tell me. I go, no, 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 I'm done cutting. What's this person's name? It's very important they tell you the name first. Otherwise, you won't get as good of reactions. The reason is, if they say the name out loud, everybody in their mind gets an image of that person's face. So that when you do open this up and show it, everyone's thinking Elvis, and when they see it, they go, oh my God, and they go nuts because they see Elvis. Whereas if you open this up, and they see it, and then somebody goes, who are you thinking of? And they go, Elvis. And then people go, oh yeah, that does kind of look like Elvis. You don't want that. The reactions are 10 times stronger if they say it first. So trust me, make them say it first. You open this up, and now be very aware of what you're wearing. If you're wearing dark colors, for example, I have a black tie. I can hold this right against my black tie, and it is very easy to see the image at this point. But if I was holding it against the blue, notice you can't see it at all. So if you're wearing light colors, all light, be aware of it, and before you open it up, either get next to a darker background or have somebody stand up next to you that is wearing dark colors and put it against them. This is not the moment to ruin your climax by holding it and they go, oh, I can't see it, oh, where should I put it? Think about this in advance. This is the big moment. So when you open this up, they see it, and at that point, most people are going to say, oh, wow, can I see that? And I go, I'll do you one better. This is a gift from me to you, and that's when I take the magnet, in this case, let me grab one out so you can see, and I peel it off. It should have a sticker on the back. That's optional, but I highly recommend a sticker on the back, a label. I stick this on, and I tell them, I want you to stick this on your fridge, and this way you'll remember me, you'll remember tonight, and it's a very nice, memorable souvenir. So there you go. That's Phantom Artist. I hand this to them. This is a reworking of Theodore Animan's classic Phantom Artist, 21st Century Phantom. And we'll go back to the preparation video. You can see exactly how to go ahead and make these yourself. One more note. I believe one of these will be included with the DVD, one image. If you want to make additional celebrities, you can do it. These are all online. You can find tons of these silhouettes. Just go to Google and do an image search. You can type in the name of the celebrity in silhouette. If that doesn't work, you can't find somebody specific, get one of your graphic design friends. It's very easy to do. You convert the picture to black and white in Photoshop. Most people will know how to do it. It's quite easy to do, quite simple. And one other thing, I'm probably going to put a few additional ones up online. You're going to want to visit www.watchmagic.com/intotheabyss. It may or may not be password protected. If there's a password, it's going to be marathon. The word M-A-R-A-T-H-O-N. And that'll give you some additional images that you can cut out. This is the false overhand shuffle that I use quite often. It's used on the DVD in Perfection, and it's also used with business cards in 21st Century Phantom. So keep that in mind. You can do this with any card-shaped items. It's very convincing, and pound for pound in terms of how much energy you have to put into learning it and how much you get out of it, it's very, very worth it. It's quite easy, and you don't have to think about it. That's the beauty. The break that you get is so big and massive that it's almost impossible to screw it up. It's mindless. So, you know, you put in a few hours, a few weeks of practice, you'll be set. Now, a real overhand shuffle, let me just show you a real overhand shuffle from a side view, is when you take a packet, and then your left thumb takes another packet on top of that one, and the next pile goes on top of that one, and you continue all the way through, so you're taking packets, and they're getting shuffled one on top of another. That's a legitimate shuffle. The false shuffle is a false overhand running shuffle, which means it's iterative. It's just the same thing happens over and over. In the end of the shuffle, the deck goes the same way. You could do 3 of them, you could do 10 of them. It makes no difference. Now, to give you an idea of how this works, just like normal, you take the top one. In fact, what I'm going to do here, turn over the top card here for you, 6 of spades, that way you'll be able to see what's going on. I take the top pile into my left hand like a real shuffle. Up until now, the shuffles are identical. As my right hand comes over to deposit more cards on top of this pile, I'm going to steal. Look how my right ring finger and middle finger open up, and using those two, I'm going to grab, pinch that corner of the first pile, boom, pinch it, and I use my left thumb to pull another pile into my left hand, stealing away the first pile that was shuffled, bam. I come back over, I do the same thing. Watch, as I get closer, my right ring finger opens, grips, and I steal that pile back under the top one. And I keep doing that over and over and over. Now this is of course an exposed view, but you'll see that that's the way the shuffle looks. Now what's happening here? Why is this false? The reason this is false is because the top pile is moving to the bottom. We'll call that A. That moves to the bottom, keeping a big break so you can see this. The next pile, B, goes under A. The next pile, C. This goes under, and just like that, you keep going, and every pile is going back underneath the other pile. So at the end, you end the same way you started. The top, the bottom, everything all the way through. Nothing has changed. It's iterative. I want to go through this again just real briefly. I want you to see how it works. I'm taking a pile in. This is the important part. When I steal this, I want you to get a good view of just how this corner is locked in between my middle and ring finger. Okay? You're not just holding it lightly, it's locked in there. You should be able to throw your hand around and it just can't go anywhere. This is important. It should really be locked in there. That way you have a big break, your middle finger is a barrier in between your hands, and there's no way that you can mess it up. You keep going, and that's it. Let me show you this at speed from the front so you'll see what the false shuffle looks like from the front. It's, as I go through, this is exactly what it looks like. Turn this over so you can see, keep track of the top card. I'm shuffling. And the card doesn't move. At the end, it goes back to being at the top, just where it was before. And just so you can get a view of what a real shuffle looks like from the front, this is the real shuffle. So they virtually look identical. And you want to get it where the pace is the same, where as you steal, the momentum is the same, the tempo is the same. You don't want to pause when stealing. You want it to look like you're just shuffling, and that's it. That's the false overhand shuffle. There's going to be some credits at the end on that one.